Hi everyone, welcome to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mel, and on my channel we discuss everything to do with makeup and skincare for the over 50 woman. So I realized it's been a really long time since I've created a video where I have products that I continuously repurchase. And to coin the phrase, I know it's overused in the beauty community, but the phrase of holy grail or ride or die, these truly are products that I either buy multiples of, especially if I see them on sale, or if I can see that I'm running low on the product, I run out and grab another one. These are products that I use, if not on a daily basis, certainly on a weekly basis. And granted, I try lots of different products, I review lots of different products, and don't get me wrong, there is tons of products out there that I really enjoy that become, I guess, my favorites. But these are products that I have used for several years and I basically cannot go without. And if they ever discontinue any of these products, I will be so sad. These are products that are true gems. Now, you probably have seen a lot of these on my channel before, and not that I like continuously showing the same products on my channel, but if you are interested to see what products I use all the time, these are the ones. I think I have a variety of some high-end, some drugstore. So we're just going to jump in and get started. So one of the products that I use every single day, and I use all sorts of different ones, but the one that I always reach for is my Maybelline eyebrow pencil. So this is the Maybelline Express Brow. I have it in the shade, if I'm not mistaken, medium brown. And when I say for this one, I always have a standby on at the ready when this one starts getting down to the nitty gritty. There is just something about this pencil. I like how it is very precise. It makes quick work of doing my brows. It deposits the color so easily. That's the shade. It's one of those pencils that it's not overly thin. So it's not going to snap on you. Some of them can be really, really thin and you have to be so gentle with them or else they literally just break on you. But this one has some sturdiness to the pencil. I don't ever think, oh no, am I pressing too hard? This one is not like that. And the spoolie on the other end is actually quite soft. I find sometimes drugstore eyebrow pencils can be a little bit hard or harsh when you're putting the spoolie through your brows. This one is actually quite soft, so I enjoy that part of it. Next up is color corrector. So my under eye area is quite dark. I have quite dark under eye circles. And what I use to neutralize that is I gravitate towards like a peachy shade, which is the shade that will neutralize that darkness. Now, I do have a few other color correctors that are favorites of mine, love using them. But if I'm reaching for the one that I use pretty much every single day, it has to be my Clinique. This is the Even Better All Over Color Corrector and Primer. So I enjoy that part of it, that it also is an under eye primer. So that helps with my concealer staying in place better throughout the day. I find that my concealer applies much better with this product. It also doesn't crease as much. It helps prevent the concealer from settling into my fine lines. And this is sold at Sephora. There's the shade there. But I think it's just an online purchase now. I don't even know if you can find it in the store anymore, which is a little bit concerning for me because I'm like, oh dear. But I have my backup here. Here's my backup in here. I purchased it during the Sephora sale in the fall, and I always have a replacement for it. So if I start seeing that it might be discontinued, I may just buy a whole bunch of them. I guess there's only one negative I will say about it is once you have used it continuously, I do find that as you are unscrewing the top and taking it out and stuff, when you start putting it back in, it does start coming out the having some residue along the rim. So as you close it, sometimes I'll get a little bit of residue along there. So I just grab like a Kleenex or something and take it off. But again, it's just a very minor little detail about it. It is a concealer that has a spongy tip. As you can see, I've never used the sponge tip. I just prefer to either use my finger or use like a concealer brush to apply it. But that feature is there if you want it. One of the other nice things about it is it has hyaluronic acid in it. So that also helps with the fine lines and gives my under eyes a little bit of plumpness. It does have vitamin C and niacinamide, which is going to help brighten the under eye. And it also has a little bit of caffeine in it. So that helps also to give your eyes a little bit of brightness. And like I mentioned, it really does help my concealer stay on longer through the day. And I find this doesn't have any fading. So really great product. Now, a product that came out a couple of years ago, and it was being compared to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. And this is one of those products that helps my skin just look super glowy and hydrated. I think it's great for mature skin. And that is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. So I have this one in the shade 2. So this one has a big, huge, giant doe foot applicator. So with this product, I do apply it all over the face, and then I usually either blend it in with my fingers or use a sponge. So there's the one that I always have on standby. So that one I have a whole separate little drawer where I keep all of my extras. So that is my extra that I have for this one. But I love how it is so versatile. You can apply it under your makeup, which makes my skin, just evens out my skin tone. I really enjoy that part of it. You can wear it under your makeup, over your makeup. You can use this as a highlighter. It has squalene in it and also hyaluronic acid, which helps with that glowiness again. And I love just how it makes my skin look very soft, and it gives it like almost like a little bit of a blurring effect to it. And again, very radiant. I do believe it has about 8 shades, so there should be a shade for everybody. And one of the best things is it's pretty affordable because it's e.l.f. So one of those great skincare products for mature skin. Now, a great, super affordable product for the skin. You can use this as a moisturizer. You can use this as a foundation. It is beautiful on the skin, and I know a lot of you, because whenever I have it on my channel, so many of you comment that this is like one of your favorite products. So what I'm talking about is the Wet n Wild. This is the Tinted Hydrator. So again, I always have a backup going of this one. I love applying this with just my fingers. So if you're somebody that just applies products with your fingers, then you would love this one. It shears out so easily. You can build this up. What I accidentally did today is it came out quite fast. So what I was going to try and show you is half of my face done. And as I started rubbing it in, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is just way too much to do just half of my face. So unfortunately, you'll just have to see what it looks like on my skin right now. So this is what I'm wearing. So what I do is after I've applied it with my fingertips, I'll go in with my sponge and just make sure that there's no uneven patches on my face. And it sounds like these are the ingredients of the day, but this also does have hyaluronic acid in it and squalene. And those are 2 ingredients that are amazing for mature skin. My skin looks radiant and healthy looking and flawless. And it feels so lightweight on the face. So one of those products I use several times a week. It is just amazing. I forgot that I didn't swatch it for you guys. So there's the shade right there. And this is light medium. It just feels amazing on the skin. And look at the coverage. Like, look at how it has covered up my veins on my hand. Seriously, this is probably better than some high-end foundations. So just love this one. It is a great, great product. And I wouldn't be able to talk about products that I repurchased the most if I didn't mention the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. This is, again, to coin the phrase, this is my ride or die concealer. I have this one in the shade 215 Buff. There's my replacement to go along with it. Again, I just purchased this one during that Sephora sale. because this one is running really low. Let's swatch on this side. So there's the shade. The formula is creamy, but it doesn't crease. It doesn't settle all into my fine lines. And even when I wear this, if I don't even wear that Clinique color corrector under there, if I'm just wearing this, it looks amazing, lasts all day. This is more of a full coverage concealer. It never looks cakey under my eye. It never looks dry. My under eyes look very hydrated, and it is one of those concealers that the reason they call it an all-over concealer is if you wanted to do any sort of spot correcting, or you could just use this if you didn't want to put any foundation on or even a skin tint, you could just apply this very strategically on your face and blend it in and just use that as your coverage on your face for the day. So it does look very, very pretty, and like I said, it is buildable, but it doesn't look drying. So I've had this on my channel so much over the years, and it still is one of my favorite top concealers. Now, being a bit of a mascara junkie, I try so many mascaras. So this mascara has been on my list for several years now. As many mascaras as I try, I still come back to this one. I think it's a great everyday mascara, and I think it is so pretty on the eyes for mature skin. This is the Merit Clean Lash Mascara. So a couple of things about this mascara is it is a tubing mascara. So if you're not familiar with tubing mascaras, they are ones that basically, as you're applying it, it's putting almost like a little tube around the lash. What I love about it is tubing mascaras are so easy to remove at the end of the night. So they basically just glide off, like the little tubes just come off at the end of the night with water and whatever cleanser that you're using. The other thing about tubing mascaras, and this one in particular, is it never smudges. Like I never have any issues with it smudging at all. And I wear my mascara for a long time through the day. Like I'm going to say 12 plus hours I've got my mascara on and I have no smudging. What I also like about it is it lengthens my lashes and separates them. But there's just a softness to the formula. It's really hard to describe. Like it just, as I'm applying it, it just feels soft. The wand is lovely. Like I just love the wand. The bristles are so gentle as you're putting it on. And it's one of those mascaras that you can just apply it and there's no clumping at all. So it is what I'm wearing today. And I didn't even put any falsies or anything on today. I just wanted you to see kind of what the mascara looks like. And keep in mind, I have very, well, as I've been getting older here, my mature eyes have been getting definitely thinning out. Like my lashes have been thinning out and have become a little bit shorter than they usually were. I'm going to say even a few years ago, unfortunately. But this one just gives it some extra little lengthening, and the formula is amazing. And when I say there's my second one, I always have a spare going of this mascara. I always have another one going, and it's one of those mascaras that I just use several times throughout the week. It is fantastic. Now this is just a fun little product, but I think it is so important that we take care of our lips. I think sometimes they get a little bit neglected, and especially at this time of year when there's a tendency for them to be a little bit drier. And the product I'm talking about is, this is the little e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator. So I, again, always have a backup of it going. What I love about it is, first of all, the scent is wonderful. It smells like strawberry. So this particular one is strawberry. I think there's like a few other like types, but I love the strawberry. So it is like a twist up, and I don't think the camera can pick it up, but it has like little, it's like a little sugar scrub. And what you do is, so it's exfoliating. And I just run it along my lips, and I find it just helps get any little bits of dead skin off of my lips. And when I use it, I find it helps my lipstick apply better. My lipstick looks smoother, especially on the days that I'm wearing like a liquid lipstick, because those tend to cling to like any sort of like dry patches on your lips. So this is great for that. I don't use it every day. I use it probably a couple of times a week because I don't want to over exfoliate. But I think you can, just like on your skin, where I only do it like 2 times a week, I exfoliate my skin because I have very dry skin. So I think that over exfoliating is not great. And same thing, I mean, your lips are skin. So over exfoliating isn't going to be a good thing either. So I just use it a couple times a week. But it's fabulous for removing any of that skin and all that sort of stuff, or leaving, sometimes even like lip products that you use can get built up on your lips. So like I said, just a fun little product, but I think it is one of my most repurchased products and super affordable. So one of my most repurchased lipsticks that I have, and it's what I'm wearing today, but I buy it for the particular shade, and also I buy it for the formula. This is the Anastasia liquid lipstick. Now this is considered a matte formula, but don't let that scare you because it is not drying at all, or else I would not be wearing it. My lips still feel hydrated when I use it. There is my, I always have a replacement going. This was, again, one of those purchases that I made during the Sephora sale. Great time to get it. But the particular shade that is my ride or die is Pure Hollywood. And it is almost like a mauve pink kind of shade. And I have not found anything that compares to it. I haven't found a bullet lipstick. I haven't found another liquid lipstick. Nothing compares to this shade. I have tried. I have so many different lipsticks out there. But this shade is just, I can't find it anywhere else. Even though it dries down, like right now, you can see it's dried down, but it is so super comfortable on the lip. So however she's developed her formula is amazing. I find it doesn't bleed all into any, lines on my lip lines. The color stays all day. I will have just like a little bit of fading, right? Like in the center if I've had drinks of water or whatever. I'll just have a very subtle bit of fading. But this is one of those super long-lasting formulas, and it feels very lightweight, very weightless on the skin. And I like the wand because there's a lot of times where it's a very pointy, you can see here, it's a very pointy wand. And what I like about that is there's a lot of days where I don't even use a lip liner. I just very strategically line my lip with it, and it just saves me another step. Favorite lipstick going. And now while we're on a theme of lips, I'll dive into the product that I use every single night as my lip mask. And I think it is so much better than the Laneige one. I know the Laneige one is a very popular one. I think this one is just way better. This is the one by Lawless. This is the Forget the Filler Overnight Lip Plumping Mask. So I have found this one gives my lips a little bit of plumpness. Even when I get up in the morning, the product is still on my lips. And I think it really has helped my lips not be, like through the winter here, they're not dry at all. There, and then I did pick up so this is the one called Sweet Dreams. That's the shade. And then during the Sephora sale, I picked up a replacement, and I wanted to try a different flavor. So this is Birthday Cake. So I haven't even opened this one yet. Okay, so that one's a little bit of a different shade. So I won't use that one until I'm out of this one, which isn't going to be long. So some of the pluses about it, very hydrating. Like I said, plumps my lips. My lips feel super smooth. It does have a little bit of coolness after you put it on. It's not stinging at all. It's not like that. It's like I'm going to say, feels like peppermint gum. Like if you go like that and you've had peppermint gum, that's kind of the feeling that it gives on the lips. But like I said, this is my only product that I use every single night right before I'm going to bed. And I forgot to mention that some of the ingredients are shea butter and hyaluronic acid, which is going to hydrate the lip, and also just make them feel super soft. Now, if you are familiar with my channel, you know that I don't usually use a lot of powders on my face. I like my skin to look radiant, glowy. Depending on the products that I've used, sometimes I'll look in the mirror and I'll go, okay, I'm looking pretty glowy today. Let's tone that down a little bit. So the product I reach for all the time is the Physicians Formula Butter. Believe it, this is the face powder. I have my replacement right there. Now, what I did when I bought the replacement one is I picked up the shade Translucent, whereas the original that I bought was Creamy Natural. I don't think there's too big of a difference between the two, but this is the one that I use all the time. I've been using the BK Beauty, this new 114 brush. And I'm going to get into that in a second. I'll show you what I do. I use this back side here, dab it in there, and I find it just, well, I'll tone it down a little bit more here. So right in here, you can still see that I'm kind of glowy. Like my natural oils, even though I have dry skin, I do have little bit of natural oils that poke through. And I just very strategically tap in the product so it never looks dry. Like this is a fantastic formula for that. Never looks dry, never looks cakey, looks very soft on the skin. I very, very precisely set my concealer a little bit because I never want my under eyes to look dry and cakey. And the formula is so buttery. And it lasts. Like, oh my goodness, like I use this so much and I haven't even hit pan on it yet. Right now, like doing this, it literally feels like butter. It does have that mirror butter in it. But oh my god, like this just feels silky soft as I'm doing it right now. And then let me get back to the brush for a second. So you'll see in the video that I'm using some different brushes. What I do want to call out, and this isn't being sponsored or anything like that, this is just because BK Beauty is going to be having a sale. Now I'm mentioning it in this video because this is the only video that I'm going to have out right before the sale starts. So let me give you the details. So the sale is starting on Monday, February 10th, and it's running through Monday, February 17th, so through Valentine's Day. You can get 15% off everything on the BK Beauty site. There is a code, I'll put that down below, that you use to get the discount. And as an added bonus, any order over $100, they are going to include the new BK Beauty Lash Curler, which I've talked about on my last video, which is a fantastic curler. So I did want to just give them a shout out for that. And this has become a great favorite brush of mine. And this isn't part of the 10 that I was talking about, but I do want to call this one out because I like the versatility of the one side, you can apply your concealer. And then the back side, this is the one I've been using to apply my powder on. So just a great little brush. But like I said, I'll have all the details down below for the sale. I will also have all of the products that I'm talking about and that I'm wearing today. They will all be listed down in the description box. I do want to say happy Valentine's Day because this is the only video I'm going to be putting up before Valentine's Day. I even put on, I'll show you, I even put on my little shirt here with my Valentine on there. It just doesn't show up on the camera. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Valentine's Day. I tried to do a little bit of a look today where I was using some different shades. I had a viewer reach out in my comments, I think it was my last video, and she said, could you do some different different eyeshadow looks? I think I do different eyeshadow looks whenever I'm creating a video, but I get that not everybody watches every single video of mine. There's some of you that do, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But there is some viewers that just, pick and choose the videos that they watch. So today I am wearing, like I said, I'll have it all listed down below, but I'm just wearing actually a combination of the two Essence palettes. So that's what I did to create this look. There's some pink, some purples in there. So I thought that would be kind of Valentine's-y. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you're not already. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!